Hello guys, welcome to this new video where I'm literally gonna give you a tech which will not only improve your two-time gameplay, but increase the chances of winning your games by at least 50% if you master it. Since trick stabs became so difficult to perform since the hitbox rework of the slasher update, you might want to give this technique a try. Note that I've never seen anybody talk about this on YouTube, nor in game. I'm first gonna go over the known techs by the community, and then we'll introduce this new advanced tech in the video and a little information regarding it. Before starting the video, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. It's 100% free and it motivates me to get even more videos out. There are a few two-time backstab techniques that have been discovered by the community since he got his rework. The first one being the basic trick stab. It's rather simple. You wait for the killer to be relatively close to you, then in quick succession, you're gonna go back, shift lock on his back, then stab him. Congrats, you have performed the trick stab. This first tech made people realize that two-time has more depth than they thought. They began developing another technique used outside or inside of chases, which is called the corner stab. It consists of hiding in a corner, waiting for the killer, then when he crosses your path, perform a sort of trick stab by using the same method. He won't have time to react to the newly landed backstab, and naturally, people started experiencing with the lingering hitboxes and use them to perform a drop stab. As the name suggests, you will have to take a risk by predicting the killer's path in stairs. Drop down and immediately stab the moment you leave the ground, backstabbing the killer in the process. These are the three main techniques a two-time main should have in his arsenal, making him a valuable asset in your team. But more experienced players came up with the idea of abusing the crouch stab thrust and lingering hitbox to create the flick stab, but it's a completely impractical and useless technique. But if you want to get into it, I suggest watching a video on the topic. Now, we all know that two-time got nerfed badly, mainly the trick stab, with the launch on the uncrouched dagger being longer and the hitbox is taking longer to appear. It's a whole lot easier for killers to react, and you will never hit it on experienced players. But I've got a solution to that new issue. As you may already know, taking a hit from the killer will grant you a short but significant speed boost. This was intended to be used to flee from the killer's next M1. But during a hit stab, we take the hit and use the speed to do a trick stab like we usually do. But isn't that just a normal trick stab you would perform? How is it useful? Well, you are not only faster, so harder to react to, but you also execute a technique at the perfect timing where killers lower their guard. Most two-time players trick stab right before the killer is in range of an M1 to avoid taking damage, which is the time where the killer is the most aware. So taking a hit will make them think you're not trick stabbing, when in fact you are. Also, note that the speed boost is an instant and takes about 0.5 seconds to occur, so don't turn around too fast. Continue to run in the same direction for a bit. It will also make the killer even less aware, trying to predict where you will go to cut you off, which is exactly what you want. This is the ultimate tool against pros, and you can start playing even crazier mind games with the killer. You should note that if you are assisted by a Dusakar, if he gives you a shield while getting hit, just go for the hit stab. It's safe to do so since you won't be heavily punished for not landing it. Also a word from my friend Ozon, who gave me the idea of this video. I thank him a lot.
Hello guys, Ozon here. So a few tips to help you on your hit stab. So first, hit stab is a really good way to surprise the experienced players and is the most consistent stab I ever hit on chef. But you should not do it every time because it's a very risky move that doesn't reward you as much as a normal trick stab. With two-time, you have to analyze how the killer plays and guess if a trick stab could be viable or if you'll have to play it differently. What I will also tell you is that I rarely take a hit on purpose. 90% of my hit stab come from hits that I didn't expect taking, and I turn it to a head stab. And finally, don't be too harsh with yourself, guys. Two-time is a survivor that can't win every single game. Even the best player can die really early on. So on that note, I wish you all the best.
Well guys, that was it for this tech showcase. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I wish you a happy learning. See ya!
Yeah.
yeah.